This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. Errol Spence, you get the biggest what? The biggest salute of the damn day. You made Terrence, Bud Crawford, get on witness protection AWOL status. Ever since you said, I'm going to wash that boy. That boy has come correct, dog. Now he's saying, yeah, Errol the True Spence ain't ducking me. And you got the ultra fanboys and the ultra fanboy rhetoric making all kinds of excuses. Because that's what they do at their truest and their most populous levels. They make excuses for the fighters they support. Oh, that's not what Terrence Bud Crawford meant. What Terrence Bud Crawford meant was he was just trying to be honest. He's just trying to be nice. So you and Terrence Bud Crawford head? Don't make me. That's the thing with ultra fanboys and ultra fanboy rhetoric. They always coming up with some manufactured nonsense to justify their bullshit. Let me say it again. They always come in with some manufactured nonsense to justify their bullshit. It's as if they're in the person's head to tell you. Terrence Bud Crawford emphatically, unequivocally said no. He didn't even go in depth. They asked him, is Errol the True Spence duck you? No. He was flat out about that. He was adamant about that. And then you see these ultra fanboys with ultra fanboy rhetoric try to justify that. To me, that is comical, man. That's Comedy Central. That is hysterical at the highest levels. I don't understand how they can justify that and justify themselves at the same time, too. I find that to be funny. Now, let's talk about Timothy Knothead Bradley. Timothy Bullethead Bradley. Errol the True Spence put his ass on notice. What'd he say to Bullethead, man? What'd he say? He told Bullethead, listen, man. Higgity fucking hush. Let me say it again. Higgity fucking hush, dude. You ducked me back in 2016 when I was the WBC mandatory. And here's the hypocrisy with Timothy Knothead Bradley. He said, oh, well, yeah, Errol the True Spence, I didn't fight him in 2016, so there's truth to that. So if there's truth to that, why is it always a but? That's the thing with ultra fanboy man crushes, right? In this case, Timothy Knothead Bradley, or Bullethead that is the biggest Terrence Bud Crawford fanboy man crush. If you're going to say that is true, why is there always a but? You know, I debate folks on live streams and they do the same shit to me. When something is the truth, there can't be a but behind it. It's just, you got to accept it and move on. That's what I find funny. But that's what happens a lot. People say, yeah, it's true, but then he said, but I had to fight Manny Pacquiao. So basically what he was trying to say is, in fighting Manny Pacquiao, it was appropriate to duck because I was fighting a more arduous fighter at the time. And Errol the True Spence, they have no name. Here's why this is bullshit. It's bullshit because he already had fought Manny Pacquiao. Y'all got to do your homework and look at the dates. See, he tried to bamboozle. And see, if you're an ultra fanboy with ultra fanboy rhetoric and you have a one-trick pony narrative and you're a brain full of mush and brainwash, you know what I'm saying, what I call dodo head at the highest damn levels, you could fall for that damn trap, right? But we deep thinkers out here in these boxing streets. We don't fall for that damn trap. We look for receipts. We look for everything. The dates don't match up, Timothy Knothead Bradley. What happened? Did you fall on your head and create another knothead? Did you create another bullet head on top of that damn head of yours? Because you have enough knots there and enough bullets in that damn head of yours. Dude, they can make an armory out of your damn bullet head ass. I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. Listen, man. Hear me and hear me well. The thing that you guys have to understand that's very clear is Errol the True Spence made him keep that same energy. He had to come correct. In so much so that he tried to get gully, dog. That's what was funny to me. And then he gets slide to the mouth to say, well, Errol the True Spence need to fight Terrence Bud Crawford 3 times. No, he ain't no top ranked fighter. That's the top ranked nonsense right there. That's what they do. They do that trilogy nonsense. Errol the True Spence learned from Floyd Money Mayweather. You beat their ass one good time definitively, no rematch. Let me say it again. You beat their ass one good time definitively, no rematch. So what do you think's going to happen when Errol Spence fights Terrence Bud Crawford? There ain't going to be no trilogy because his ass is getting bulldozed one time. Let me say it again. He's getting bulldozed one time, and it's going to be so definitive that we're not talking about a second or third fight. Did Hagler and Hearns sit there and squabble it out over and over and over and over and over again? No. Because guess what Hagler did? He made that shit definitive. See, and that's the thing with boxing, and that's what folks need to understand. Here's the truth and the fact of the matter, folks. Errol the True Spence put Timothy Bradley knothead ass on notice. He let him know what time it was. He was like, look, you ducked me, dude. So you have no right to talk. So if you didn't duck me, then you could run your damn mouth. After, you know what I'm saying? Because then we would have footage out there to show that I bulldozed your ass. But we don't have that. And all we have is a guy that's running his mouth because he wished that he was like me, right? He wished he had the boxing career that I have. Meaning, Timothy Knothead Bradley wished he had Errol the True Spence boxing career. He wished he was like Errol the True Spence. So because he wished he was like the man, he therefore is hating on the man, right? And then now he's propagating this thing. Oh, you ducking Bud, you ducking Bud. But your boy Bud, out of his own mouth, said no. I'm surprised none of these people asked that question to see what Timothy Knothead Bradley's response was going to be. Because I know what the other Ultra fanboys are saying. Because you know them, they're making their justifications. Oh, Bud was just being nice. Oh, Bud was just trying to be humble. No. Bud was being honest. That's what that's called. For the master that knows how to interpret what people mean when they say what they mean, I can tell you, because I use common sense and I state the most obvious. Remember, I have leagues and shoulders above this stuff. I'm a three-dimensional thinker. So I could tell you in 5 minutes, put me in front of somebody for 5 minutes, I can tell you everything about the person. It's a gift. It's called discernment, motherfuckers. Like I said, put me in front of somebody for 5 minutes, up and down, I already tell you what the person's all about. And when Bud said no, he was genuine in that. There was no extra justification. There was no extra this, extra that these Ultra fanboys and Ultra fanboy rhetoric is doing. He made it clear, Errol the True Spence ain't ducking him. And you know what's crazy? You guys got to look at the opposition that Errol Spence is fighting and look at the opposition that Bud's fighting. Bud's not going to be nowhere near ready for Errol the True Spence. Let me say it again. He's not going to be nowhere near ready for Errol the True Spence because Errol the True Spence is going to go from Shawn Porter to Manny Pacquiao and then to Bud. Bud's going to go to fucking Green Mean Machine, dog. When he could have fought Kell Brook, right? Which could have been a real litmus test for him at 147. But we know why he's ducking that work. Because legitimately and realistically, Kell Brook is still the second best welterweight. Because he lost to only Errol the True Spence. Everybody else was ducking him. And he beat Shawn Porter's ass up. Let me say it again. Everybody else was ducking him. And he beat Shawn Porter's ass up. So to me, Kell Brook is the second best welterweight. This is why I was going to give Bud credit and really see where his litmus test was at if he would have fought Special K. But I understand why Bo Mack and him are so apprehensive about that, right? And they're so reluctant about that because they know that that Kell Brook fight can expose Bud and it can show Bud to be too light on his ass. Because if he can't handle a big welter like a Kell Brook, then that lets us know that he won't be able to handle a big welter like Errol the True Spence. You see what I'm saying? So you guys have to put two and two together. This is why the ducking of Kell Brook has happened. Y'all saw the first video earlier today. I already debunked a lot of the Ultra fanboy and Ultra fanboy rhetoric. Now, how does all of this tie to Shawn Constipated Porter? Because y'all like, man, this supposed to be a Errol the True Spence going to bulldoze Shawn Constipated Porter. Well, Timothy Knothead Bradley, just like all of these Ultra fanboys with Ultra fanboy rhetoric, right? And their fanboy man crushes for Terrence Crawford are jumping on any fighter's bandwagon that's fighting in opposition of Errol the True Spence. And so much so now that they have this fight so close that they think Shawn Porter can possibly win. You know what I'm saying? That Shawn Porter, not only, if they already originally thought in their mind that he had a puncher's chance, they don't think like that no more. They think Shawn Porter can actually pull off the upset. Let me say it again. They actually think that Shawn Constipated Porter can pull off the upset. That Mr. Ineffective Aggression can beat Mr. Tactical Aggression. This is where you could see the line has been drawn in the land with Ultra fanboys. Oh, 115, 113 Errol Spence. They want this. They want Errol the True Spence to not bulldoze Shawn Constipated Porter. Because in doing that, it validates their Ultra fanboyism shit. And it validates their Ultra fanboy rhetoric. But guess what's going to happen come September 28th? Errol the True Spence is going to what? He's going to bulldoze Shawn Constipated Porter. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.